Thank you so much. We appreciate it. All right, well, if you need anything else to motivate you today, Dr. Starr's research updates clearly show us that we're headed to that next level, right? And next, I'd like to introduce somebody that I met years ago, Becky Gilliam, a pancreatic cancer survivor. Becky's going to share her story with us, and I know some of her family's here as well. Becky, step on up.
Good morning, fellow PurpleStriders. I just want to thank all the volunteers who've worked to put this event together, and to all of you for making the effort to come out here today. And I know that it's not easy for many of you, either emotionally and or physically, and I just want to recognize you for your courage and your resolve by showing up here and being here to support the cause, this fight against pancreatic cancer. In 2014, I attended my first PurpleStride as a one-year survivor, and I'm so grateful to be here today as a 9-year, almost 10-year survivor. Yes. So a little of my story. I went to a GI doctor in February of 2013 at the urging of my husband due to a drastic change in stool. I had also been experiencing some fatigue and weight loss, but those were easy to explain away and ignore as a busy mom of 3 very involved kids. They were 15 and going into 10th grade, and 12 going into 7th grade, and then 5 going into kindergarten at the time. And that 5-year-old is a 15-year-old freshman here now. So turning 40, moving homes, volunteering, a traveling husband, extra stress, exercising more, all made the fatigue and the weight loss and the stool changes just easy to kind of write off. And just attribute to the stage and circumstances of life at the time. After 4 months of seeing several doctors and having multiple tests and scans and blood work and procedures, I was diagnosed on June 21st, 2013, at 40 years old with pancreatic adenocarcinoma. You see, I did not present with classic symptoms. No tumors showed on imaging. No blood work showed a problem. I wasn't jaundiced. I didn't fit the standard classic mold. So I had no familial history and no medical history. And I was actually in the best shape that I'd been in best shape in years. So, this contributed to 3 doctors from 3 medical facilities just continuing to tell us, don't worry, it's not pancreatic cancer. But it was. And the doctors were shocked, and we were shocked and scared. We felt like we had just been put on this fast-moving cancer train with twists and turns and destination unknown, a ride we did not want to be on. However, we were thankful for a second opinion from Dr. Raimondo at Mayo. His EUS biopsy hit one of my 4 small tumors that were throughout my pancreas. The day we went to see him, he had already scheduled an appointment with a surgeon, Dr. Stauffer, later that afternoon. Dr. Stauffer explained the surgery which he thought I needed and would gratefully end up being a candidate for, a total pancreatectomy. This would entail the removal of my spleen, gallbladder, duodenum, over 40 lymph nodes, and my entire pancreas, rendering me a type 1 diabetic and dependent on pancreatic enzymes. Surgery was successfully performed July 2nd by that man right over there, Dr. Stauffer. And that was just 11 days after diagnosis, thankfully. We are grateful to God for my amazingly skilled surgeon and his nurse, Angela, at the time, both great supporters of PurpleStride. Following the tough recovery from this major operation, I began 6 months of chemotherapy. Many scans have followed since then, but gratefully no reoccurrence of cancer. Yes, praise God. Thanks to the researchers and doctors at Mayo, we did find out years later that through genetic testing, my pancreatic cancer was connected to my mother's fatal triple negative breast cancer through a mutation in the PALB2 gene. It gave us some answers and empowered us to make future decisions regarding healthcare. So we're grateful for the continuing advancements that benefit not only people who haven't been diagnosed yet, but newly diagnosed, and then people like me who are years down the road. It's still helping patients. Beyond the great care that I've received through Mayo, I would be remiss if I did not include that I could not have made it through this ordeal without the loving and prayerful support of my amazing caregiver and husband, Brian. My family, friends, Pinewood Church, and most crucial, my personal faith in the grace of God. Today, I am grateful to be enjoying life fully. I care for my kiddos still at home and remain on call for the adult ones. Spend time with friends and family, volunteer, travel, play lots of tennis and a little pickleball, attend hit and lift classes at Orange Theory Fitness, enjoy lots of outdoor activities and inside hobbies. I'm not surviving, I'm thriving. So, yes, clap, because this is what I want and the hope I have for all survivors to look forward to. Whether diagnosed 5 days ago, or 3 years ago, or even 2 months ago, like my stepbrother in Colorado. Hang on. This is his team shirt that his sister organized in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, PurpleStride, and they have over 20 people on his team today there. And that's what I love about PurpleStride being on one day across the nation, is that while we're participating here, they're participating, family and friends at DFW and others in other states. It's just so cool how we're all connected to come together this one day for this common cause, this fight against pancreatic cancer. With your continued courage and resolve, we can join PanCan's mission to take bold action to improve lives of everyone impacted by pancreatic cancer. By advancing scientific research, building community, sharing knowledge, and advocating for patients. Let's join their vision and create a world where all patients with pancreatic cancer thrive. Let's continue to wage hope together. Thank you.
All right. Oh, don't forget your other shirt. So so well spoken. I met Becky probably at the first one I was at, I guess 12 or 13 or 10 years ago, whenever that was, one of the first ones. So, and I did a story with, they were kind enough, Becky and Brian, her husband, right over there, were kind enough to do a story with me for Pancreatic Cancer World Awareness Day, which is usually a little bit either way. I think it's November 20th, I think, every year. It's somewhere real close to that. So you can find that online at Action News Jax, but their story is remarkably inspiring. I mean, it's truly, and they are a remarkable couple. And the caregivers can't be forgotten about. I'll never forget my dad. I told you